Right.
So I'm getting 50 pence a day for delivering papers, but I needed the energy.
Right.
Now, if I spent my 50p on a Mars bar, 5p profit a day is not worth it.
No.
So, help yourself. I knew I was doing a good job for him.
No, so help yourself. That doesn't follow. So help yourself. Get another job, leave that job, negotiate a pay rise. Not help myself. That doesn't go. That's ridiculous. Where does it stop? If you worked in a nuclear power plant, well, they're not paying me much. Have a little bit of uranium.
A lovely little bit of uranium.
Yeah. I do.
That's a strange analogy, Rick. Sort of left straight from a bloke nicking stuff from work. So he works in a power plant, he's having himself a bit of uranium. What's he doing with the uranium?
Well, you know, Mars a day and all that, and that's for energy, and so's uranium. But more energy than a Mars bar. Yeah. I never nicked because I couldn't bear the shame. Even as a kid, I knew that was shameful. I want a clear conscience. I want to go to bed and sleep at night. And I do, Carl. I haven't got restless leg syndrome or people shouting out my window. So I sleep at night because I've got a clear conscience. And that, to me, is what guides me.
Well, it's like when I first moved to London and I was travelling, when I was living in Oval, I was travelling across London all the way to Shepherd's Bush every day. That's a big, long, 45-minute, hour-long journey. And there were not barriers at either end in those days. So I could get on the tube at one end and get off the other end and no one ever checked my ticket. And I was buying tickets every day for months and months and months, and it was starting to seem to me weird. I was like, well, no one's ever checking this. So, of course, you know, got a little bit lazy. Maybe I stopped buying tickets occasionally, taking the trip back and forth, boom, 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 and then for maybe a month, travelled without a ticket. And then I was coming up, kind of got a bit blasé, obviously, coming up in an Oval station, someone steps up and says, excuse me, can I see your ticket? And that's terrible because when you're in your mid-20s, it's not like a kid anymore.
No.
I mean, you are an adult. You've made a reasoned decision there. You can't plead ignorance. So I said, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me see your ticket, please? I went, yeah. I was looking through because for some reason I used to keep a lot of old tickets. And I was looking through, pretending to look for my ticket. I went, I don't know what's happened to it, but I did actually. I bought one at Shepherd's Bush, and they went, okay. If we phone up Shepherd's Bush and there's no evidence of you buying a ticket, you can go to prison. I'm going to ask you again, have you got a ticket? No.
Oh, no. How embarrassing.
It was unbelievable.
Being told off is worse. It's worse,
well,
isn't it?
it's because there's people walking by and I'm being told off by a woman who is at least a foot and a half shorter than me, wearing a uniform. And it was so embarrassing. It was so cripplingly embarrassing.
Yeah.
Can I ask you again, have you got a ticket? No, I haven't. No. So you lied? Yes, I did, yeah. Okay, we're going to have to take your details. But honestly, being told, and that's it, there's the shame. Maybe it's a good bit of upbringing, unlike Carl, obviously, who's a man who's got no guilty conscience at all about the whole Mars bar incident. But whereas you and I, Rick, have raised, obviously, by better parents, and we are, it's been drummed into us, you know.
How much was that train journey?
Is, you know, we do feel that guilt, and that's maybe one of the reasons why we don't transgress. Like, this is an interesting, you know, we talked earlier about the murder thing. Well, of course, there's that sort of idea which has often been used in films. You know, in a godless universe, and if you do not feel guilt, what's to prevent you from committing a murder? If you can get away with it, if you could commit a murder, let's say you wanted to, and you could get away with it, and there is no one to judge you in a godless universe, and you can live with the guilt, what's to stop you doing it?
Well, I'd just like to say now, it is a godless universe. As an atheist, there is no God, and I'm a good person, not because I'm going to get rewarded for it in heaven, because that's the way I want to live my life in a society that treats people like that. So, a lot of the laws of the land, not just in the country, in many countries, are from the Bible. I mean, that kicked it off. I mean, there was laws before, obviously, and there were different gods before this one was invented. But let's have a look at the Ten Commandments.
Oh, yeah.
I think that lays down most of the, a lot of them are good rules of thumb, you know, we've got to go along with them. They certainly didn't invent those rules of thumb. I think that, mankind were adhering to most of them before it was handed down. So, let's have a look at them. There's a website here, a Baptist, Christian website forum, and this guy, maybe I shouldn't say his name. I mean, he's put it up there for public, but I don't want to embarrass him. He says, brethren and sistren.
What?
Yeah, so
Never heard that before.
I've learned a word.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters.
Could have said that, but he's not. He's just the classic.
He could have said people.
Could have said people, could have said folks, say folks.
It has come to my attention that not only are many of our members unable to correctly recite all the 10 Commandments, it's probably a big problem, I don't know, he goes around testing them going, number 3, get out. Go and learn it. But those who can remember, even a few, invariably get the sequence wrong.
Is that important?
Oh, well it is. He says, let me set the record straight. The commandments do not come in a random sequence, with the exception of 7th commandment, an obvious anomaly.
Why?
Well, he reckons that thou shalt not commit adultery at number 7 should really be 6th in terms of severity. Let me explain. The commandments appear in order of severity.
Right.
The harsher the punishment, the closer to the top. I hope this handy colour chart will make the intrinsic beauty of God's word more comprehensible to all. So this is it. He's laid it out. Commandment number 1: thou shalt have no other gods before me. Okay. Alert level severe. Punishment, genocide.
Whoa.
Entire cities with men, women, children and animals must be killed. So that's a lovely, nice Christian view there. So if you worship another god before the right God, he doesn't name him by name, he just uses the term God.
Sure.
But there's only one according to this
Genocide.
Yeah, anyone who worships another god, genocide. Entire cities with men, women, children and animals must be killed. I don't know what the animals have ever done, but yeah, okay, so that's number 1. That's the most severe, worshipping the wrong god.
Sure.
Okay? Number 2, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Okay, no graven images.
That's, I assume, so druids, devil worshippers, anything like that, isn't it?
Well, I think it's also just, I suppose it's kind of images that mock or degrade the Almighty.
Okay. Severe.
What's the punishment there?
Genocide.
Genocide again. Wow.
That's his favourite there. Genocide. Entire cities with men, women, children, and animals must be killed.
What worries me is we're a couple of smart guys, and we're not entirely sure what that commandment means.
No.
So we could go, but we could accidentally.
Yeah. 3. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain.
Okay.
Okay. I assume God made these, did he? He's used the first 3 talking about himself here. Alert level high. Capital punishment.
Capital punishment, so not genocide, thank God.
No, you're just going to be...
God.
Yeah, you're just going to be put to death there, not all your friends and family and dogs.
Good. Sure.
Leave the budgie? No. Number 4. Remember the Sabbath day. Keep it holy. High.
So alert level high.
High, yeah. Capital punishment. Death.
Capital punishment again, if you forget the holy day.
Well, what makes me laugh is that sometimes you can be walking along and you go, alright, alright, I'm just going to I keep thinking it's Monday. You what? You forgot it's Sunday? No, I just found death. Number 5. Honour thy father and thy mother. High.
Okay, so, and if you don't honour your mother...
Capital punishment.
Capital punishment.
Lot of death. Lot of death.
Again,
at the moment.
So strict.
Yeah. We haven't even got to thou shalt not kill yet, and yet he's killed everyone so far.
Wow, jeez.
Now 7, he's put a number 6 here. He's put them out of order, 6 and 7, because he thinks this is higher. Thou shalt not commit adultery. High. Capital punishment.
Capital punishment again.
Now the fellow who did this website, he's put thou shalt not commit adultery above thou shalt not kill. God had it the other way around. God had thou shalt not kill, but this fella, I reckon his wife played away.
Right.
So he went, right, I'm putting them in a different order. Because before, let's see, number 6, he's put thou shalt not kill, alert level, elevated, capital punishment in some cases. So if you murder someone, you can sometimes be killed. If you commit adultery, always death.
Get killed.
So I think he's made that he can have his wife put to death, right? Or he could kill her, but maybe get off with it.
Right.
That's why he's done that. Number 8, thou shalt not steal, guarded, excessive fines. Only in rare cases capital punishment.
Oh, just excessive fines?
Yeah, excessive. Number 9, thou shalt not bear false witness to thy neighbour. So basically lying low. Despisement and scorn.
Is that the punishment?
Yeah, for lying. Yeah, despisement
and scorn.
Yeah. Thou shalt not covet, really. Don't try and get stuff, don't be jealous of stuff and try and
punishment?
Get it. Despisement and scorn.
Despisement and scorn.